Hi children, Mrs Reed here, and I'm sure you've realised from the logo on the first page that we're completing our numeracy unit on multiplication. We're continuing column multiplication, but this time we will need to exchange both the ones and the tens. So I hope you've got your thinking caps on. We are still multiplying a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number, but this time we are writing the answer down directly. There is one additional step today, and that is recombining the tens. Right, shall we have a look at this new model? 43 multiplied by 6. So, just as we did before, we'll start off by multiplying the ones. 6 times 3 equals 18. Now this time, instead of writing the 18 down, we're going to partition it into tens and ones, which is 1 10 and 8 ones. The 8 ones we can write directly in between the equals lines in the ones column, but that 10 we have to remember and write it below the line. Then we'll multiply the tens. 6 times 40 equals 240. Now we can't write that down as it is because we've got to remember to add on the other 10. So 24 tens, add 1 10 is 25 tens. And now we can write it down. And we've already got the 8 in the ones column, giving us 258. Sounds a little bit complicated to start with, but once you've got the hang of it, it's actually a lot easier than having to put the expanded brackets in every time. Now I'll model another example, and we'll try to simplify it while you have a look at the diagram on the left. 28 times 4. First of all, we're going to do 4 times 8, which I hope you know is 32. Now, we're going to put the 3 tens in the tens column below the answer line, and then we're going to put the 2 ones directly into the ones column. And then we're going to move on to the tens, multiplying the tens. 4 times 20 is 80. Now, we can't just write the 80 down because we've got another 3 tens to add on, haven't we? 8 tens, add 3 tens is 11 tens. And of course, we can put that right down in between the answer lines and we get 112. So 28 times 4 equals 112. Let's try another one. 36 times 5. We'll multiply the ones first. 5 times 6 equals 30. And we can partition that into 3 tens below the line and 0 ones in the ones column. Then we need to do 5 times 30, which is 150. Then don't forget to recombine the tens. 150, add the 30 below is 180. So 36 times 5 equals 180. And now the last example, 52 multiplied by 7. First of all, we'll multiply the ones. 7 times 2 equals 14, which we'll partition into 1 10 and 1 4. The 10 we'll put in the tens column below the equals line so that we don't forget to add it back on at the end. And the 4 we'll put in the ones column. Then we'll multiply the tens. 7 times 50 equals 350. But we can't write that down until we've added that other 10 on, can we? 350 add 10 equals 360, which we can now write down. We don't need the 0, of course, because we've already got the 4 in the ones column. So 52 times 7 equals 364. And now it's your turn. Pause the video, take a piece of squared paper and a pencil from your home learning pack, and you can have a go at a few. Pause the video while you do this first one, 67 multiplied by 2. And remember to use the columns correctly and to put one digit in each square. I'll check the answer after each slide. How did you get on with your first one independently? Pause the video and we'll check your answer. 67 times 2. So you should have multiplied the ones first. 2 times 7 equals 14, which is 1 10 and 4 ones. Then 2 60s are 120. Adding the 10 below, 130, giving you 134. Are you ready for the next one? That's 56 times 4. Pause the video again while you write it down. Have a go at it and then go on to the next slide to check your answer. And how did you get on with this one? 56 times 4. 4 times 6 equals 24, which you partition into 2 10s and 4 ones. So this time you put a 2 under the equals line in the tens column. Then 4 times 50 is 200. Don't forget to add the other 2 10s on. So that's 2 in the hundreds column, 2 in the tens column, and 4 ones making 224. Do you think you've got that now? Try these last 4 on your own, and I'll put the answers on the next slide for you to check them. Let's have a look how you got on. 32 times 5 equals 160. 55 times 3 equals 165. 43 times 4 equals 172. And the last one, 62 times 6 equals 372. How did you get on? Are you a multiplication star? And please don't forget to share your work with me. Let me remind you. You can either send your work in by WhatsApp to the school mobile, you can email it, or if you've done it on paper, just drop it into our post box and one of the office staff will make sure it gets to me. Thanks very much and looking forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Bye now.